It's a great morning out here. It's a pleasure to do this. Slowly I can feel myself getting back into the groove of things, getting some spirit back. Pretty nice to read up on some of the stuff in that backcountry hunting journal. Most of it's kind of related to like mostly the lower 48 states in the US, and not so much content that, you know, that I can relate to. I can relate to some of it, but yeah, it's a bit different. So there's a magazine out for BC from the BC Wildlife Federation, and that one has a little bit more relative content in it, but there was a couple articles in that one. The one on foraging was really good, and there was another one on the topic of lead as a common material that's been used for a long time in fishing and hunting, and it's been slowly getting phased out in different areas. And there was this really cool part in that that was talking about how big game hunters, such as what I do sometimes, when the season's open and stuff like that, is the use of lead projectiles in a hunting rifle for taking an animal in the wild. They were explaining the fact that the fragments of lead that end up in the gut pile and like in some of the tissue that gets left behind ends up getting ingested by these birds like eagles and ravens and that kind of stuff. And to me, that's pretty fascinating. There's been a couple really cool supporting arguments to go towards a fully monolithic copper bullet, and I'm planning on doing a load development for that this year, and moving away from lead altogether. I might still use it for maybe I might still use it for some of the target shooting I do, but I don't know, we'll see. I might just go to copper altogether. The nice thing about lead though is it's we talk about the stability and the ballistic balances in a projectile such as a bullet for a rifle, and lead is it just so happens to be a really good material for a bullet, for stability and just ballistically. Copper's a bit lighter, so it tends to destabilize sooner than a lead projectile will. Lead projectile is going to keep its stability for longer. It's kind of like a football. It's just turning like that. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably do something like that. And the foraging article was really cool. It was talking about how our roots and sort of our long-term ancestry has been really involved in wild food harvesting, and it's only from modern innovations that we've gone into farming practices and stuff like that, and supermarkets and that kind of thing, which is okay, but I really like to, I do participate in that for sure. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but for me, I really like connecting to landscape and being privileged to be able to go out and make use of it and find some food out there, and also give back and you know, do something to help the animals and the plants and all that stuff out there. I suppose in some way I'm doing that a little bit by living in a van right now. Got a smaller footprint, still a footprint, but yeah. Got these magpies here. They're a cool bird. Actually, that's not a magpie, sorry. That's a stellar jay. Magpies are different. Similar, but different. So these are the fire roasted potatoes, and I'm frying them in avocado oil. So they are just about done. And this is for my breakfast. They're looking really good, really good. All right, there we go. And the yellow that's on the egg, that's something that I add to it. It's a little personal thing, but I got this little grinder here. I'm gonna keep fenugreek in it. And I love this stuff. And I love grinding fenugreek on my eggs. So that's my breakfast. And I think it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. Anyway, well, I'll probably have 2 meals today. I'll have this and then I'll have like a late afternoon dinner. Good morning, guys. I stayed here 2 nights, and last night I stayed here with a subscriber. His name's Mark. I met him before down here. I think I pointed out his van. Whoop. Almost losing the phone. I think I pointed out his van in one of the videos back. I think it was called, what was it called? There was one called Rich, and then it was after that. This phone's really stable. I got it on a pretty small platform. Anyway, I'm gonna have my coffee this morning, chat with Mark, and then I'm gonna make use of the shower back in that area before I head into town. Sticker. It takes balls to shoot a muzzle loader. Yes, it does. I haven't really shot a muzzle loader before, but that's a pretty cool sticker. I'm still tailing the guy. Okay, I came back to the Napa store. I got all my brake parts with me. Hey, I'm just wondering if you guys have a 2007 Dodge Grand Caravan. It's the one with the rear rotors on it. I'm looking for a like a wheel hub. Okay, I just had a guy chat. I looked at them and I had a chat with the guy in the shop. Ooh, it's chilly. And he was like. He's like, the ones that he has are fine for like a little car or something like that, but he's like, if it's going into like a bigger vehicle or an SUV or something like that, or you're carrying around extra weight, he's kind of like, he's pretty cautionary about recommending them. Super appreciate that. He's like, I mean, I don't know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like my money, but with the way everything else is going on this van, I find if I get the cheaper one, I end up having to go back and replace it anyway with the more expensive one, and then I'm paying way more money. So I just find it's better just to go straight for the good stuff. But I'm gonna take it in. That's like $700 I don't have at the moment, and I'm gonna take it in and have these guys do the brakes and let me know what they think of the hubs, and then go from there. When I was in there, they felt a little gritty, so that was almost a year ago. So it was probably about maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Anyway. All right. I'm gonna pick up a coffee here because I don't have time to make one, and the van's going in. Well, this is kind of weird. There's a little bit of a development here with the brakes. These guys are actually telling me that none of this needs to be replaced. And they say if they do replace them, that I will have to change those rear hubs out in the back, because they say those are rusted on so much that they'll have to be, like, you know, really worked on and probably tapped off. But he's like, at this point, you just want to replace all that stuff. But he's telling me that the parking brakes are fine, which is weird because I looked at them and they were like pretty well metal on metal, and he's like, no, they got material on there. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But the recommendation is just put it all back together, and so I don't know. And they say my brake pads on my are they're at 9 mil. They still have space on them, and I didn't really check that. I just got the little light on my dash and I could hear the squeaking, and I was like, yeah, I know it's time to replace all this stuff. But I guess, I don't know, they're telling me everything's fine. Just save my money. They're gonna put it back together. I'll have to pay for labor, but they're gonna leave me with all the parts, and I guess I'll take those back to the shop, or just keep them for when the brakes do need to be replaced. Anyway. Oh, he is pretty, eh? What should we call him?
Maybe we can call him the bird.
The bird?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Bird or Mrs. Bird? Mrs. Bird, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, yes. Mr. Bird, lever.
Maybe he's there he's keeping an eye out on the dock. Yeah. Oh, he's cute, eh?
Could we go help him, Mom?
You want to help him?
Yes, please, Dad.
What do you think he needs help with?
He needs help to get back home, Ma.
Oh, maybe he does. Maybe where do you think his home is?
Very far in Granville Island, huh?
Over there in Granville Island?
Yeah.
Over that way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, first we have to find a nest.
You know what? I could take...
Look, Dad. It's a seagull.
It is a seagull.
Seagull's looking for his mama, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the mama's right over there.
Alright, so I don't know if this is gonna land in any sort of video, but I'm just I got a moment. I'm driving by this place. I'm gonna go to Best Buy, and I almost never go to this store, but I'm looking to do something for my camera rig, and I'm hoping these guys might have some parts that I might be able to modify and incorporate in this little setup I'm trying to make. So anyway, I'm I'm gonna go in here and see what they got. Don't worry, it's not COVID. Maybe it is COVID. Nice parking job, bud. This guy. He almost took out my rear end doing that. You guys don't have anything in here in stock. It's like empty. Empty, 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 empty. A waste of time, I think. Look, it's a Mercedes mattress with a high top conversion. That's cool. Yeah, so it's got a high top addition onto it. Apparently that's from Mercedes. Huh. It's a good little van, that one. If you're into minivans, that one's pretty nice. So is this one too. Hi, train. Good to see ya. When I was a kid, I used to put money on the tracks, and there was a big steam train that would go by, like, and it would flatten out all the coins. Really fun. Bye, train. Back to work. Man, that looks so cool. That is a nice looking sky. Holy. Wow, man. I'm just pulling over up here ahead for a sleep spot for the night. Listen. Got some raindrops tonight. Yeah, so about these brakes. I think what I'm gonna do, it's just weird that they told me all this information, and I'm questioning that big time because it's contradicting what I saw in there 6 months ago. So I'm going to see if I can pick up a new jack. I got a little scissor jack that I use, and I've been carrying it around, and it's underneath this part of my bed right now. But it's kind of an odd shape, and it doesn't really fit down there. And some of you guys have recommended that I throw that thing away and I get a bottle jack. So I'm probably going to do that. And bottle jack's going to stow in here nicely for a lot better than the other one, I think. Anyway, I'm going to get a bottle jack, and then I'm going to go and put this thing up on some jack stands and get under there and take the wheels off, look at all this stuff myself, and show you guys. And then I'm also, while I'm down there, I'm going to take a look myself at what could be causing the little noises in the back with the suspension on. So I'm going to wiggle some stuff around and see if I can figure that out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do all this, but I got to sort of figure out and set up a date. And I'll probably need to book a space in the parkade so I can do it, the one at the yoga studio. Anyway, I gotta go to bed, so that's it. Van life. It is fun. All right, guys, have a good night. See you later. Bye.